grab some water. So I got a question. Would anybody be interested in hearing a song that I wrote and sang?
Yes. Absolutely.
Do we really have a choice?
I mean, I've got complete control of everything. It'll only take a couple minutes.
I have never heard of this.
But here's the thing. It's a class participation song. You guys wait for the beat. It says cue, class, and you do whatever it asks. Sound good?
Yep.
We'll write out 5 out of 10, steady pace, position 1. No laughing, this is very serious.
Good morning, Aaron. Cue. Class tells Aaron, good morning.
Good morning, Aaron.
Lisa, if you could hit the lights, the parties involved would so enjoy the visibility. I call this song You and Me. DJ, can I get a fresh beat? Beat. Anything more fresh? Beat. Okay, no beat. Going solo. Do you remember the time I first sent you a message? To my surprise, I got a paragraph back. We went back and forth a bit, talking about this and that. But then you asked me to do a 200-mile relay with 11 strangers, nearly 2 states away. My reply, hell's yes. What could possibly go wrong? Plus, even though your profile pic didn't have your face on it, I liked what was going on from behind. Cue. Class winks. Fast forward 1 week, I'm in a van, driving with 5 people I've only just met, one of which an Australian, who hours later I would sleep with, but not like that. The very next morning I finally met you. Boy, was I glad I made the trip. Cue. Class whistles. You were as hot as I hoped and nice as can be. You were even efficient at Walmart shopping. That weekend was easily one of my best. My sole goal of flirting with you came with moderate success. I ran harder than I knew I could. Turns out one beautiful girl is a heck of a motivator. Cue. Class. Can I get a hell yes?
Hell yes.
When we got back, I asked you on a couple of dates, but you were currently occupied. Cue. Class. Boo.
Boo.
So I did what I only thought was right. I kept on asking, and finally, you comply. After a few weeks and several 5:45 a.m. spin classes, thanks to Gail
And Lisa.
I decided it was time to give you a kiss. And upon dropping you off one fine night, I walked you to your door, said my goodbyes, and gave you the most sincere hug. Cue. Class says womp womp. Walking away from the door, shoulders down, defeated, I sat in my car, replotted my plan, and repeated, knocking on your door. You came out. I said I had forgotten something. You asked what could it be? What I hadn't realized is what I was about to say would come out so damn cheesy. I said I forgot to give you a kiss. But who cares? It totally worked. We ended up making out. Cue. Class. Give neighbor high five. The next little bit had its ups and downs, but I wouldn't change a thing. Plus, I had a good life coach. Introducing Karina Morgan, PhYD. Then came along 2013, and we were as happy as can be. Everything was rolling along, and by rolling I mean running. Lots and lots of running. You kicked my ass on a daily basis and got me up to speed. You had learned a lot from your old coach. His name sounds gross, but everybody calls him Jim. In April, we ran our first marathon together. My best, your worst. But who's keeping track? Cue, class. Everyone raises hand. As we continued, you baked lots of goods, mostly protein cookies and personalized cakes. You made a lot of dinners, to be real. Tacos every other meal. I tried to compensate by saying I'd fix things like your bathroom sink, or even selling your car, of which I had no clue how to do. But thank God for Google, YouTube, and Yahoo! Cue, class, wipe your brow. In May, we moved in together. That was quite the task. Our living room looks like an Elder Beerman showroom. 3 different styles of couch. It was on that day I finally regretted buying that 6-foot-tall teddy bear, because he was as cute as he is a pain in the ass to move. Cue, class, nod your heads. My family loves you like I knew they would. I love your family, and I'll tell you here in a sec whether if they reciprocate. Prior to that, I have but 2 more questions before my silly song is through. Do you remember the time I first told you I loved you? I do. It was like 15 degrees. Well, ever since that night, I knew the second question was coming. I just didn't know quite when. Cue, class, gasps, because it's the most beautiful diamond they've ever seen. So look into my eyes as I tell you again, I love you. I will always love you. And don't you ever forget. Cue, class, will you marry me?
Will you marry me?
So please, take this ring so I can finally win a bet. You see my friend Kyle for me. I'm treating you with a date. Well, in your face, Kyle, I'll do you one better. I'll marry this girl. Turns out, it was fate.